Well, good morning and welcome back to Balfour Farm. This morning I'm over here getting the tractor, I'm unhooking everything and I need to clean the tractor out. This is a loaner tractor from the dealership that's fixing my tractor, and they're coming to get it today and bring my tractor back. It's all fixed. So I thought I would take a minute and tell you about this tractor here. Is a Kubota and it's a 75 horsepower tractor. My tractor, my TYM, is a I think it's 67 engine and 65 PTO, something like that. So this is actually a bigger tractor than what I have. So when I first got this tractor, I expected that it would be a lot better. Kubota is supposed to be a much better tractor than you know, it's like a John Deere, I guess. It's an expensive tractor, I guess is what I'm getting at. So I expected quite a bit from it. So I thought I would go over real quick the things that I like about this tractor. There was a few. There was a lot of things I didn't like about the tractor too. I thought I would kind of give you an idea of what I think of the tractor. It's certainly overrated. Yeah, it doesn't have the power that it needs, and there's a few other things, and it's incredibly expensive in comparison to a TYM. So this video is not going to be how great the TYM is versus the Kubota. They both have their shortfallings, and there's both have good things that are about them. I thought I would just go over a few of the things that I really dislike about. There's a few things I like about it too. Still got the plastic on the seat. That's how new this is. So of all the things I really like about this tractor, it rides incredibly comfortable. The seat is awesome, which may seem like an odd thing, but when you spend 8 to 12 hours in the seat of the tractor, it's nice to have a comfortable seat. I'm not sure what it is. I actually looked up the name of the company, and I plan on, you can order replacement seats. And I was thinking I might actually swap out the seat in the TYM. This is much more comfortable. Has some sort of ride assist, like, it's great. It's got armrests, so TYM doesn't. So all the controls for this tractor are right here at hand, which is really nice. It's super comfortable while you're driving along. So you've got all the controls. It has the rear remote hydraulic controls, which raise and lower things, or whatever you're using the remotes for. 3-point hitch, throttle, 4-wheel drive switch, high-low, parking brake. Everything's right here. Super handy. PTO on and off. Normally, on the John Deere and the TYM, everything is down under the seat, so it would be down here, which isn't the most convenient spot to get to. A couple of the other things that the joystick for this is a little funky. It's way up high, and it's not the most comfortable thing to use, but what I do like about it is the third function, which is the hydraulics for the front, which if you've seen in the past, I use the bail grabber, and then I also have a grapple. You need hydraulics on the front to run that, and this is so much better than the TYM. It has separate hydraulics to the actual controller, so I can lift the loader and grapple or squeeze the bail at the same time, versus the TYM. They kind of did a workaround where it can only either squeeze the bail or lift the bail. It can't do both at the same time. So really like the third function on this. Works so much better than the TYM. One of the other really convenient facts with this is, I don't know how well you can see it, it's back here, but they thought to put a 12-volt power supply there. So I'm sure you buy some fancy plug from Kubota and plug it in there, but all I did was, I had to hook up my bail monitor, so I just used these and plugged it in. So there's two 12-volt connectors there to power anything like a bail monitor. So really convenient. And then obviously the cigarette lighter here for the charging my phone. Well, overall, the inside of this cab is probably the best part, and the cab is the best part of this tractor. There's plenty of downside to it. If you've watched the last video, it lacks power. It's supposed to be a 75 horsepower tractor, and not at all impressed with the amount of power. And then the gearing on it is something else. It's Oh, it's got a 12-speed transmission, but it never seems to have the right gear. Yeah, it's just goes fast on the road when it's flat. Hit a hill, you got to downshift, 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 and then there never seems to be the right gear, and it just keeps slowing down. I don't know if it's electronic transmission or what it is, but not my favorite by any means. So I'm not sure how I get so much stuff into the cab over just using it for 3 weeks, but there seems to be a lot of cleaning stuff out. So I've got tools everywhere and parts and pieces and weeds that I need to clean out of it. So there was a few things I really disliked. Obviously I mentioned about the lack of power, the gearing. There was a few other things that I can't believe. There is no, even the TYM has this, and I haven't seen too many tractors. It's been around for a long time, but there's typically either an electric button to raise and lower the 3-point hitch, or like with the TYM, they actually just put a mechanical handle there. So from the outside, when you're back here hooking up or unhooking a implement, you can raise and lower the 3-point hitch from outside the cab. For some reason, they never thought to do that. So if I get out and the 3-point hitch has to go down a little bit or come up a little bit, you have to go get back in the cab, move it. It is just a real pain. Just blows my mind that they wouldn't have thought of that. It's a option that's been around for a very long time. One other really huge difference that I noticed between this tractor and the TYM is the 3-point hitch linkage. Oh, which reminds me, I actually have to go get the link. The 3-point hitch is much lighter weight. It is a category 2 on this side, and for some reason it's only category 1, and then the top link is very small, very, very small. The 50 horse John Deere actually has a much bigger link, top link, than this has. So not entirely sure why they did that. And then everything back here is just there's just not a lot of metal to anything, versus the TYM, it's significantly more metal to it. For a tractor this large, you would really expect that it would have a much heavier 3-point hitch on it, but there must be a reason for it. I don't know why though. So this tractor is a 2019, I believe, from everything that I could find. And I think it was, if it's not, well, it only had 150 hours on it, so it's like brand new, even though it's 4 years old. Not entirely sure. It has a lot more hours now that I've used it. So anyway, it's a fairly new tractor, and it's actually the same age as my TYM. So my TYM is also a 2019. So they're 5-year-old tractors. So this has a, or had 150 hours to start with. Now it's actually over 250. So we put a little bit of hours on it for 3 weeks time. But my TYM, I believe that has nearly 2,000 hours on it already. But it does do a lot of work here on the farm, so we kind of expect that. Well, I think I've gotten everything that was in the tractor out of it, that so it can go back. I really hope to have time. I don't know exactly when they're coming to get it, but I'm hoping I can wash it up before they come. And I do need to put the bucket back on and take my bale spear off. But other than that, it looks pretty well ready to go. And I have to go get the cows right now. You ready to go get the cows? All right, let's go. Let's go get them. Come on, let's go get the cows. Come on, Massey, you coming along? So overall, I was really happy to have the Kubota to use. I have to have 2 tractors to do the hay the way we do it. It takes one to load the wrapper, one to wrap it. The John Deere will mow, will rake, and will bale. In fact, when I was having trouble with the Kubota, I almost went back to the John Deere. The John Deere is only a 50 horse tractor, and it will run the baler great. So I really should have just switched back, but it would have meant wiring in the monitor and doing some other stuff. So I just put up with it and tolerated it, and got through and got the job done with the Kubota. The one thing that the John Deere can't do is load its own wrapper. So I run the wrapper with the John Deere tractor, and it takes another tractor to actually load the bales onto the wrapper. We take the bales off and then we stack them. So it takes 2 tractors, so really fortunate that we did have an extra tractor to use. So the most surprising thing about the Kubota is the cost of it. I looked it up online to see what it was actually would cost to buy that new. So in 2019, when I bought the TYM, it cost I think $32,000 or $33,000. It's now $43,000 for the same tractor. So it's gone up $10,000 in 4 years, because I actually bought it in 2020. The TYM, if I were to replace it today with the same exact tractor, it would cost $43,000. The Kubota is nearly $80,000. So I could buy 2 of the TYMs almost for the price of that one Kubota. I should be drinking my coffee there, cat. Come on. Come on. Go. So the good thing about a John Deere and a Kubota is they both hold their resale value. So I had one that I bought once that was brand new, and I traded it in towards another tractor, and I actually got almost the same amount of money trade-in as I had purchased it for, and that was after using it for almost 10 years, I think. So there is that. If I trade in the TYM, or if I decide to sell it, I'm sure I don't think the resale value, I would get back what I paid for it. Well, that pretty much does it for my thoughts on the Kubota. I know there's some people that have probably had great luck with them, and I'm sure there's great ones and not so great ones. But well, for now, I'm going to be sticking with the TYM. Like I said earlier, the trade-in value or resale value probably wouldn't be the best anyway, and we typically buy things new and run them. John Deere I have now, I bought in 2007, brand new, and we still have it, and it's still going strong. It's a little bit small for what we do now, but it still gets the job done. So it's only 50 horse, but it runs. We owe nothing on it, and it owes us nothing. So we're gonna keep that, keep going, and I don't know what the next tractor will be. Well, I was wondering when the tractor was coming. I guess now I know. Ah, great. Here it comes. Moose, come on, bud. All right, well, we're back at it this afternoon. The tractor, the TYM, got dropped off this morning, and it's now, I don't know, it's like 5:30, 6 o'clock, I think. So just getting ready, hooking up the hay rake. Gonna go out and rake some second cut hay that I hope to bale up tomorrow morning. All right, well, I showed you the cab of the Kubota earlier. I thought I would show you the difference in what the cab of this looks like. So the cab itself is a little bit smaller, not a lot, but it's a little bit, and the controls are definitely different, much different than the Kubota. The seat's not as comfortable. I know I keep complaining about it, but anyway, I'll show you here. So all the controls that I said were so nice to have right up here on the Kubota, they're all down here. So this raises and lowers your 3-point hitch. There's the 2 hydraulic remotes there, and then that's it for controls back here. The shifter is here, loader control. The high, low, and medium range selector is on this side, which this transmission is much better than the Kubota. Is There's 12 speeds all total, which there's 12 on the other one, but we have low range, which is so low that when you put it in, you can almost get out and walk around the tractor. It's incredibly slow. And then high range would be for the road. And then all the controls that were, like we've got our push button for the PTO, our hand throttle here, which was on the side with the other tractor. The four-wheel drive selector is here, and all the light controls are here on the dashboard. So nothing on the side like the Kubota. There was actually one other thing that I remembered that with the TYM that I like more than the Kubota is this has a 540, a 750, and a 1000 PTO. 540 and 1000 are real common. The Kubota only had 540. Well, it had 540 and then 540 economy, which is just, if you're not doing a lot of work, it just doesn't work the tractor as hard. The 540 on this is for normal work. The 750 is essentially the same as what that 540 economy is, but this also has 1000 PTO speed, which comes in handy for some implements. I actually don't have any, but if you need it, it's nice to have, and it's always good to have the option if you come across something you need it for. I had also mentioned about the Kubota, how, see this here lever, it actually raises and lowers the 3-point hitch from outside. So if I were to back up to something, an implement, and I needed to raise or lower that, I can do it right from this handle without actually having to get back into the cab, which is really, really handy. All right, well, that's it for now. Time to stop talking and get to work. I have to get out and rake this hay. It's 5:30 now, so and I have a couple hours worth of raking in front of me. All right, well, I'm back out here this morning. I am just headed back out to rake hay, finish raking hay that I didn't finish last night. So I have probably about 4 or 5 more acres to go. Got about 10 or 12 done last night. So anyway, this day has gone from, it was going to be really laid back and easy, an easy day, to now it's going to be a long, long day. All right, so the forecast has changed drastically in the last 24 hours. Originally, we were supposed to have another couple days of sun, and now they're calling for a chance of rain like at noontime, 2 o'clock. So we've got to get out and get this done as quick as possible. Need to rake it, bale it, and hopefully wrap it before it starts raining. But at least get it baled. All right, well, that is going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more of what we're doing here on the farm. Next time, next video will be of moving animals. We need to move the pigs out of the barn, get them electric fence trained, the young ones. We just bought some young piglets. Need to move them into the pig barn, and then I need to get the heifer calves out of the barn, train them, and then move some other calves around. So it's going to be a lot of moving animals, but that'll be next time. So right now I got to get out and get some hay done.